in my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be sitting back in front of the camera to film something for you guys today. It has been so long. I feel like I have definitely neglected my channel, and that really disappoints me, but I'm so excited to start filming more content for you guys. I definitely want to bring some stuff out more regularly. You know, at least a video a week would be something I would love to achieve. So for today's video, I will be filming almost a full face of first impressions. So I have a whole heap of goodies here. Look at that box, you guys. It is chock-a-block full of new stuff. I have some stuff from a new palette from Urban Decay. I have some stuff from Milk Makeup. I have the new Beauty Blender Bounce Beauty Blender. Oh, is it Beauty Blender? Oh my god, I'm getting myself confused. A Beauty Blender Bounce Powder. Yeah, so almost a full face of first impressions. I just don't have a new primer or eyebrow products to try for you guys, so I've already done those two things. What I use, I will leave in the description box down below. Oh, everything's dropping out of the box. Oh my god. Okay, let's just get straight into it, you guys. So I just want to say really quickly, I know some of these products have been around for a really long time, especially like the items that I'll be using from Milk Makeup, but they are new to me. So Milk Makeup has just recently launched in Australia at our Sephora stores and online. So I was able to finally get my hands on some of their goodies. I'm so excited to play around with the items that I've got from them. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. These aren't like newly released items, or some are, most of them aren't, but yeah, they're just like some brands. I've got a brand in here that I have never tried before. Yeah, so just to give you guys the heads up. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So the foundation I'm going to be using today is from the Body Shop. It is a matte clay skin clarifying foundation. So this is the packaging here. It didn't come in a box, but this is just like a plastic tube, which is yeah, which is fine. Be really good for travel. Now I was able to swatch this in store. I'm worried this might be a little bit too light for me, but the undertone was really good. The shade I got is Temraza June. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but yeah, Temraza June 026. I'll leave all the information in the description box down below for you guys. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. This foundation, you guys, is so matte. I feel like this would be the best way to apply it with a brush. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush just to spread this out on my face. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I reckon this will be like the most matte foundation I have ever used. It actually is going on the skin a lot more sheer than what I thought it would. It looked like when I swatched it, it was quite thick and a lot more matte, but it's not going on my face as matte as what it did when I swatched it on my hand. But it's not, it hasn't got a lot of coverage either, so I feel like I'm definitely going to need another squeeze of that. With it not having a pump, you don't really know how much you're using, but I don't care that it hasn't got a pump. I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit more. I feel like I did use quite a lot just for this side of my face, but I'm glad it was quite easy to work with. But the primer I did put down, it was like a glowy, like a moisturizing primer, because I knew that this would be quite matte. I wanted something a little bit more hydrating underneath. It definitely spreads quite well. I feel like I can definitely get away with the color, but it definitely is like a shade too light. Their undertones and their shade range was a bit poor in my opinion. They definitely could extend their shade range, but it doesn't look too bad. I think if I didn't put that glowy primer underneath, it would definitely be a lot more matte. So yeah, just quickly do the forehead. So I had to get 2 lots out to do a full face, but the foundation was really cheap, so that doesn't bother me that I've had to use quite a bit, because it was a cheap foundation. It was on sale. I think it's normally like 16 or 18, which that's so cheap anyways. I think I could be totally wrong, but I know that I paid only $14 for it at the checkout. So That is a bargain. So that's good. Like, I thought this would be like so matte, like more matte than the Fenty Pro Matte foundation. Like, that is matte, and I feel like I've been able to still be able to work with this, which is really good. Like, it hasn't dried down onto my skin, which I'm quite shocked about. I'm just trying to be really careful around my brows because they are already on, and this is quite a thick brush. And you guys, this brush is so good. It is the best foundation brush I've ever used. I've used some really expensive high-end foundation brushes. One that I absolutely fell in love with was the It Cosmetics foundation brush, but this, you guys, this tops that. It just makes your face look so airbrushed. It's amazing. So I'm really impressed with this. Like I said, I probably could go one shade up. The shade up from this one, it was a little bit too pinkish. The undertone wasn't right for me. So yeah, but I'm actually pretty happy with how this was looking. I think I can definitely get away with the color. The undertone's really good. I'm really happy with the coverage. What I might do just for the purpose of this video is build it up a little bit more. So I'm just going to see how it builds up. So I'm just going to take a little bit more on my hand. And I should have told you guys how much you get with this as well. So you do get 30 mils, so 1 fluid ounce US, and it's cruelty free and it's vegan. Yeah, and it doesn't really give you anything else other than just saying like it's a matte clay skin foundation with mattifying clay and purifying tea tree. So that sounds nice. So I'm just going to build it up on my cheeks a little bit more, and definitely just like the center of my face. I feel like that's for me where I really, oh, I could smell the tea tree in it. There you go, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like these are the spots for me where I really need that extra coverage. And I'm just trying to keep it away from underneath my eyes because I don't like to put foundation under there as well as concealer, because I feel like it's too much product, and I do have like little fine lines underneath my eyes. So like obviously the more product I put under there, the more cakey it looks. So I just like to leave that with no foundation. Okay, so that definitely does build up. I don't feel like it looks too cakey or anything, which is really nice. So yeah, you can build it up. I'm just going to blend that in. Make sure I've got it in the crevices of the nose. Okay, so I feel like it's definitely caked up a little bit around the crevices of my nose there. So what I'm going to do, and this is something I always do, is I like to use a brush and then go in with a beauty sponge and then just really push all the product into the skin, and then the sponge will also help pick up any excess product as well and just like shear it out and make it look more skin-like. Now I do have a new blender, you guys. So I've already taken it out of the little packaging here, but this is the new Beauty Blender Bio Pure sponge. So it's vegan. It says please reuse canister, so that's really cool. It's a little plastic container you could reuse for something. I think that's really cute. And yeah, so I can't really get much other information for you guys on this one. I'm just gonna see if I can get any more information from the little booklet it's got inside. So it says it's latex free. It's the same shape as a normal beauty blender. Oh, here we go. And it says it's 60% plant-based. So I think that's really cool. As soon as I seen this, I knew I wanted to try it, so I picked it up straight away. Now I've already prepared mine and I've got it like damp and ready to go. So this is what it looks like here. So it's green. It's really cute. This probably looks a little bit more porous than some of the other beauty blenders, but it feels just as soft. If not, it feels like a little bit softer than the other beauty blenders, and there's absolutely no weight in it at all. So I'm just going to start bouncing this over my skin just to really get, oh, that has a really odd smell to it, very odd. But I'm just, yeah, so I'm going to start bouncing this over my skin just to get everything blended in and make my foundation look seamless. I'm actually really happy with that. I think the color is okay. Like, Oh, I was just looking in the viewfinder, like compared to my shoulders, it probably is just like that one shade too light. I really hate that with companies where, or like foundations where you know, you get the right undertone but it's just too light, and then there's not a shade up with the same undertone. I find I have a lot of trouble. Another company that I have trouble with their foundation ranges, I should say, is Too Faced. So I always like, I don't actually have a foundation from them that's in the right shade for me because I just find their undertones are so off. So Too Faced, if you were to watch it, please extend your shade range. And I know that you have, but for darker skin tones, but not for like undertones in the lighter shades, which would be amazing. So just really got to make sure I push the sponge into the areas where I feel like it caked up a little bit. Can you guys see that? So just in there, I feel like it's not really blending out well. But other than that, like every other spot on my face, I feel like this looks amazing. I'm actually really happy with the coverage and just like the overall finish. Like I said, it's probably lucky I did put that dewy primer on underneath. But yeah, like say if you had oily skin, you could definitely use like a matte primer just to help, you know, get it more matte for you. But I live in a very hot and humid climate, so I prefer to use matte foundations. I just find they last a little bit longer, as much as I do love that really dewy, youthful look from like more you know, natural wearing foundations. I love that. I find they just don't last as long. But yeah, that is the foundation done. So next we are going to go in with concealer, and the concealer I have for you guys is by Milk Makeup. So this one is the, just says, oh, the Flex Concealer. Okay, so the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. It comes in a plastic container. So I'll let you guys know the shade I picked up was light. I'm a little bit concerned this is going to be a little bit too dark for me, especially for under the eyes. For spot concealing around the face, I think this might be a good color, but for under the eyes, it's definitely looking a little bit too dark. But sometimes formulas can be a little bit deceiving when you see them inside their packaging. So hopefully this will be a good color for underneath the eyes. I do always like to go like 1 to 2 shades lighter because I do really like that brightening effect that it gives. But let's put some on. Yeah, she's definitely like not the right undertone. It might actually work out that it is light enough, but the undertone's a little bit off. I wish it was a little bit more neutral or yellow. I'm sure that's what the description might have said when I was looking for, or like looking this up, because unfortunately I wasn't able to go in store, so I was checking on the Milk website for like the description of the undertone. But yeah, it's looking a little bit pinky, a little bit too much beige, which it does say light beige. Anyhow, we will continue on and see how it goes. So yeah, it does have the doe foot applicator. It's quite a thin one, which is good, so it really helps you get right into the inner corner of your eye. The packaging is very cute. I do like that. And with this one, you get 5.9 mils of product. I think that's roughly around the standard amount that you get. But upon first putting it on my skin, the formula feels quite light, which I like. And then I'm just going to work the sponge in there and just press that out. So I'm going to bring whatever's left on the sponge up onto my eyelids just to help conceal just a tiny bit, just those veins that I have in my eyes, and just make a little base for my eyeshadow. But I think that's actually like quite nice, you guys. So I wouldn't say it's a full coverage, but it's very easy to work with. It blends out really well. The color actually doesn't seem too bad now that it's on and blended out. Yeah, but I actually like the formula of that. It's not too bad. I like that it's really easy to work with. Like, it doesn't dry down too quickly. It's got a lot of movement. But yeah, that blended out really nicely, you guys. So I'm not going to put concealer anywhere else. So I just only like to do my under eyes. I don't feel like I have any problem areas that I would spot conceal. And I reckon I could definitely use the same concealer. I don't feel like that had too much of a brightening effect. So yeah, I like that. I'd definitely, like, if there was another Sephora sale, I would definitely like consider picking that up in a lighter shade because I really like how that worked. So to set everything down, I have here from Beauty Blender the Bounce Powder Soft Focus Gemstone Setting Powder. So this is the outer component here, and I've got mine in the shade Buff, which I think was for light skin tones. Buff was either the lightest or the second lightest in the shade range. So this is it here, you guys. The packaging, very true to their style. And then when you open it up, oh, okay, I have not used this, you guys, and it looks like it is already, can you see that? It's already leaking from the pan. Okay, so it's one of these types of containers. So it's got, as you can see, it's got the pan there. I usually don't love ones like this because I find they're so hard. Look at it all over my finger. Sidetracked. I find it really hard to get it out of the sieve, but anyways, I'm going to dip my sponge into there and try and pick up some product, and I'm going to start setting my base down. So I have some product on my sponge, and I'm going to start working it around the center of my face. I find this is where I do get a little bit oily through the day, so I really want to make sure his, I was about to say sweat, is set. So I'm going to start pushing the powder into my face, and then on those like smile lines, and then start bringing it up so there's not too much powder left on the sponge. And then I'm going to set underneath the eyes and then bring it up to set the little bit of product we put onto the eyelids as well. Okay, well, this powder has a glow to it. Can you guys see that? What the heck? Okay, this may not be a good powder to set your whole face with. I will keep going for the purpose of this video, but damn, that is concerning. I'm gonna look like a bloody Christmas decoration, and that is not the go. That is pretty though. Like, that is nice to set underneath the eyes and just make you look a bit more awake and a bit more glowy. I'm just gonna pick up some more and start doing the same on this side. See what I mean? Like, it's so hard to pick up the powder. And then look at that, like, can you guys see that? The camera may not pick that up, then it's like you're losing some of the powder as well. That's my only complaint with the powder so far, is I just don't like, yeah, the sieve. I'd prefer to have the ones that have the holes in the top. Okay, so because this is a, well, it seems like it has a bit of a glow, I'm just not going to take it all to set the foundation I put on my upper lip, but making sure I get those smile lines and making sure to set the chin. You know what though, I'm not mad at it. Like, I am really liking the finish of this, and it's good because I don't feel too cakey. I think the color was really good. Like, I like that it wasn't a full translucent. Yeah, I don't mind this. It's probably very good that, oh, like, worked out really well that I had a matte foundation to try. I think if I use that powder with a glowy foundation, it would just be way too much. But so far so good, like no fails. I'm happy with how the base is looking. So for bronzer, I have here from Milk Makeup, I have, what is it called? The matte bronzer. It's like a bronzer stick. That is the carton there, very cute. And this was in the mini size. I love that they do minis because I just think that's such a good way of trying the product without committing to having to buy the full size. So mine's in the shade Baked. So cute lid. I love their packaging. It feels like very fresh, like very modern, very earthy. I like that. So it had a little protector on top. It's all of the finer details, you guys. So that shade looks really, really nice. I think that'll be perfect to give you like that beach bronze glow. So because I have set everything down, what I think I might do is just get a like a stippling brush and just stipple this on straight from like putting it onto my brush like this, and around my temples and everything instead of putting it straight onto my skin, because I have got all my other products down. I don't want to mess with the base, so hopefully these will work okay on top of powder. So I'm just going to get one of those brushes. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I have a stippling brush here from Eco Tools. I'm just going to use this one. It is a bit more of a bigger stippling brush. Usually when I do my bronzer, I use quite a big brush as well, because I like it to look quite diffused, and I just really like that bronzy glow. So yeah, I'm just going to start picking up some of the product with the brush, and then we're just going to start stippling it. Okay, the color's really good. It is quite warm, but so far I feel that's working quite well with all my other products. Like, it's not lifting anything up, it's not, you know, messing with the powder and the foundation, which is good. It definitely is quite pigmented as well. Like, I don't feel like I'm using too much product, which is great. I'm gonna start working a bit of that onto the cheekbones. Just going to bring a little bit down, whatever's left, just onto the jawline. And just going to do the same on the other side. I'm not really one to like cream contour or like use cream bronzers. As much as I love them, I just feel like they're such hard work. And I don't know why. I shouldn't feel like that, because it makes you look a bit more natural. And yeah, like, I mean, especially like this one here, you can see that it's working fine on top of all the other products that I put down. So, you know, you could use them before or after powder. I think that's what it is, because I always feel like I need to do it before I set my face, and I feel like it's just an extra step. But I always bronze. I never go a day without bronzing. Okay, so I am happy with how that's looking. I may go in with a powder bronzer as well, just to set that in place. But so far, like, I think that's really nice. Like, it's quite pigmented, but it's not overly pigmented. Say like the Huda Beauty, the cream contour, the tan, what is it, the Tantour, whatever her cream product is called for bronzing and contouring. It's so pigmented, it's crazy. But this, I think, is just lovely. So I have a palette here from Mora. Is that how you say that brand, Mora? But anyways, this is the Ooh La La Blooming Series face palette, and it's so cute. So this palette came in this little case, and it also came with some stickers, but I have given them to my daughter. But this palette is so pretty, you guys. So look at the detailing, like the packaging on there. It's so pretty, it's so chic and girly. I love it. So this, you guys, has some bronzers, some blushes, and a highlighter. Oh, you guys, looking at this, I actually thought these two shades here were bronzer shades, but they're not. Like, if you can see them, they're definitely blush shades. So I am not going to try and put some more bronzer on with these. I'm just going to get another bronzer and set down the cream bronzer that we put on. Just going to give my face a light dusting, so I'm just going to do that off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, and that is done, you guys. So I just set my bronzer down with the Hourglass bronzing powder. So beautiful, adds that little bit more of a sheen to the look. Okay, so let's go in with some blush. I'm definitely going to use a shade from the blush palette. It's so pretty, you guys. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. I love that this palette would work for so many different skin tones. And the highlighter, I'm not going to use this today, but I just need to swatch it. Oh, she feels so buttery. Look at that, you guys. Again, this looks like a nice shade that would work for many complexions. Let's swatch this and see how she looks. Oh my goodness, you guys, that is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely got, I don't think my camera's going to pick that up. I can't get it in a good spot for you guys to see like actually how pretty that is. It'll definitely, yeah, like I said, I think that'll definitely work for a lot of different skin tones. And I love that it's got that little bit of a pinky undertone, so it would work back really nicely with all the blushes in here. So I'm going to use this is a Smashbox cheek brush. This brush, you guys, is absolutely bomb diggity. But I think I'm going to go in with, I'm tossing up between this one and this one. I might go in with the lighter shade, and then if I feel like I need to build it up a little bit more, I'll go in with the darker shade. So this is the shade Bloom, and I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it actually does have a little bit of a sheen to it as well. I can see there's, like, it's not a full matte. It looks like there might be some glitter particles in here, some very, very super fine glitter particles. But that is okay. I don't mind a dewy blush either. So we put on a super matte foundation, so I think we've got room to work with some glowy products. We're not going to look like a crystal ball. So I'm just going to pick up a bit more and start stippling it onto the other side of my cheeks. The color's so pretty, you guys, and look how pigmented that is. Oh my gosh, sorry, I keep looking in the viewfinder because I like can see how you guys may see it on camera, and she is pigmented. Wow. But you know what, I have to tell you guys, my brushes weren't clean either, so hopefully there was not too much excess blush on this brush from another product, so you can really get the true like vision of how this will look. I'm just going to put a little bit more on because I do love a lot of brush. I do love a lot of blush, so I love a lot of bronzer and blush. It's just, I don't know, I think it just looks so pretty, but it does look quite heavy now. But just so you guys know, I am going to buff, so it's something that I will always do no matter what type of look I'm going for. I will always buff out all my products, so it may look really heavy now, but once we buff everything, it's going to look a lot more skin-like and just not as heavy and cakey on the skin. But that is how we are looking so far. I think this just looks beautiful. This palette was really cheap too, you guys, and it's cruelty-free and vegan. This is also my first time trying this brand, so I'd actually never heard of this brand before until seeing it on Discount Beauty Boutique's website. So yeah, however you pronounce it, Moira, Moira. A lot of their products are vegan. The brand is cruelty-free, and yeah, they're really affordable. Like, yeah, for the quality so far, I think is amazing. So yeah, definitely worth checking out, you guys. So that is the base so far. We need to do some highlighter. So I have a highlighter here from Milk Makeup, and this is a cream highlighter, multi-use, creamy formula, highlights and hydrates for a rose gold glow. Oh, okay, so I don't really go for a rose gold highlighter, but that is okay. We will see how it goes on the skin. So again, it's in a mini, which is perfect for me. Let's me try it without spending too much. That is the shade. I'm not sure if that's coming up, but it says Turnt. That is a shade Turnt. That is a weird name. Yeah, anyway, same size as the bronzer, same components, very cute. And I'm just going to, well, it doesn't look too, well, so far it doesn't look like it's like super rose gold. It looks like it still might work really well. I'm going to use the blender, and I'm going to get some on the bottom of the blender, and I'm going to use a blender to put this on the high points of my face. It's definitely not too in your face. Can you guys see that? It actually looks way more glowy on camera than what I'm seeing. I can't tell if it is the blush that I put down or it is this highlighting stick, but I can see like glitter particles on my cheeks. So I got a feeling it may be from this, so I'm not going to place this down anywhere else on my face. I usually would sometimes take highlighter just above my brow and sometimes on the bridge of my nose, but I'm definitely going to leave that for now because I think this is that tiny bit glittery. It's either, yeah, from the blush or this, but it is really nice. So as you can see, that's given a really nice glow to the cheekbones. And okay, so that is how the base is looking so far. So just the final step to the base, I want to buff all the products I've put onto my skin just to make it look seamless and a little bit more skin-like. And the product I'm going to use to buff out my complexion is from Kosas. I think that's how you pronounce it. So this is the Cloud Setting Powder. You guys, I have this in a darker shade and I love this powder. It's so beautiful. This is a lighter shade, so I haven't tried this one out yet. This is in the shade Feathery. This is a sheer light medium. The other one I got, I think, is just a medium. It definitely does work for me, but I think it is just a little bit too dark, depending if I've got a bit more of a tan or not. But you guys, I am so getting into this brand. I think they have got some amazing products. Like everything I've tried so far, I've not been disappointed. But back onto this one. So yeah, it's a Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Powder. And when it says smoothing, it is so definitely smoothing. So this is the component you oh my gosh, can I speak today? Not at all. This is the component here. So it's almost like a translucent lilac-y component, and this is the shade, you guys. So again, this was in the shade Feathery. As you can see, this one has that little bit more of a yellow oh my gosh, I will eventually get it, a yellow undertone, which I definitely prefer that yellowy undertone for my skin. The shade Medium, even though it does work, it definitely pulls a little bit more beigey, pinky undertone. So yeah, again, I just sort of prefer that yellow undertone. So I'm just going to take a fluffy powder brush. This one's by Spectrum. I'm just going to pick up some of that powder, and I'm just going to start buffing, mainly working the product onto my cheeks. And then whatever's left, I'll just take it to the other areas of my face and then start doing the forehead. And then just going to do the other side. See how that just makes everything look a little bit more like skin-like, just toned down just that little bit. It just makes everything look so seamless. I think doing this step in your makeup is just so important. It's something that I will always do. I feel like it's such an amazing makeup trick, and I couldn't do makeup without it. But that is the base, totally complete. I think everything works so well together. I really like all the products. I definitely don't think there were any fails in those. Yeah, I'm really happy with them so far. So let's do our eyes. So for the eyes, I have a few different palettes here that I can use actually. So I've got the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. I think this palette has definitely been trending, or it definitely was when it launched. I have a new palette here from a brand called Moon Slice Beauty. This one here is I'm just going to take it out of the box, you guys, so you can see it. It's a cool toned palette. It's called the Mystic Moon palette, and this is what it looks like inside. For me, I just think, oh my gosh, these are my colors, you guys. Like, this is right up my alley. I love anything cool toned grays, like those gray toned, taupey kind of colors. I just think they're so beautiful. But yeah, I've never heard of this brand until I picked it up from Discount Beauty Boutique. So it says on the back here, designed in California exclusively for Moon Slice Beauty, made in PRC, which is in China. But this brand is cruelty free, and this palette is vegan, which is amazing. Same as Urban Decay, this palette is vegan, which is so good. And then I also have another palette here from Mora, and this is the Never Ending Lights palette. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. That is just everything, and ready for this inside. It's so pretty. Oh, look at those colors. I knew when I seen this, I just had to have it. And of course, cruelty free, and this palette is vegan. I think what I might do is I'll leave out the Mora palette and the Moon Slice Beauty palette, and I think I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay the Wild West palette here because I've been so eager to try this, you guys. Some of the colors in here look amazing. This is what the colors look like, and you guys, like the colors on here, like this turquoise here, this one, and this silver, oh my gosh, they are speaking to me, you guys. I just think they are so pretty. I definitely feel inspired when I look at this palette, so I think this will be the one that we play around with today. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. All right, you guys, we are nice and close, damn. So I'm going to pick up a fluffy brush and let's get started. So I'm just trying to think, what do I want to do with this palette today? There's so many different ways you could go. You could do something completely cool toned, you could do something more like warm toned, you could do something very neutral and casual for day. You can definitely glam it up. Anyways, what I think I'm going to do, first shade I'm going to go in with is Laredo, if that's even how you pronounce it, but I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm going to start building that up into the crease. So that's picking up on the brush quite nicely. Oh, she is pigmented. Oh, that color is gorgeous. Yes, it's like a taupey, but a little bit more purpley undertones color. It's pretty as, seriously, I love it. So I'm just going to start working this into the crease. And I don't even think that needs to be built up anymore. Like, I think the intensity of that is perfect. And then we're just going to do the same on the other side. This color is beautiful. Like, you could just put this in your crease, do a winged liner, a bit of mascara, and boom, you're out the door. Okay, I'm loving the intensity of that, so I'm not going to build that up anymore. And then I'm just going to switch brushes, and I'm just going to take something a little bit smaller. So this is like a smaller sort of pencil brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Text. So that is this color here. And I'm just going to start working this on the outer corner and just sort of working at creating an outer V. And just taking it into the crease ever so slightly. Just going to work in with the first brush that we use and just do the outer edges of everything, just so we can make sure everything's super blended. Just going to build that up a little bit more. And we're definitely not taking this too far into the crease as well. Definitely working it on the lower part of the crease. This color definitely does have a little bit of kick up, but again, that's not something, if you've watched my channel before, you'd know that's something that doesn't bother me at all. Those colors work so well together, especially because that first color we used, Loredo, however you pronounce that, it's got that really nice like purpley undertone, which I can see is working back so well with the shade Text. So again, just gonna build that shade up just ever so slightly. You guys, so far I'm impressed with the pigmentation of these palettes. I have to be honest, I've never really been a massive fan of Urban Decay's eyeshadow palettes. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I hate them at all. They've been good, but they've not been something that's like totally outstanding. One of the best palettes that I tried was the Naked Honey palette. I think it was that one, and I was really impressed by that. Like, I really love that palette, but this is like stepped up a notch, and I'm finding this way more pigmented than what that palette ever was. And yeah, like, and I thought the Naked Honey palette was a step up from their older iconic palettes that they used to do. Like, this is just beautiful. And like, I just feel like the colors are just blending into themselves. I'm shocked, seriously. I think I'm gonna stop there with the eyeshadow or like the building up the colors. And I'm just looking, and I'm going to go in and lay down a shimmer on the eyes. So I'm going to find a flat shader brush. Okay, so this one's a smudger from Zoeva. So just going to use this brush here to then pick up this shade here. And I'm just going to start putting that on the inner parts of my eye and then bringing it to where we have put down that teal color. So this shade definitely does have a little bit of fallout, and it's not picking up in the pan too well. And this shade is more of a glittery kind of color. Or sorry, it has a bit more glitter. It's more glitter than a metallic. Well, I can definitely feel I've got some fallout from this color. I'm only going to take it to about like 2/3 of my eye, sort of stopping where we've put the color text down, because I really want that color to be the star of the show. So what I would recommend with that color is definitely using like a glitter glue, putting down another eyeshadow primer, or even just using like a setting spray. I might even do that, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a setting spray and I'm going to try that color again and see if it intensifies it just a little bit. Okay, so I have a spray here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Dewy Set Spray. I'm just gonna spray my brush. And we are just going to go back in with that color and pick up a little bit more. It definitely helps it to adhere to the eyelid, and it certainly does intensify that a whole lot more. Okay, I wish I had done that from the start because I have quite a lot of fallout from that shade. So I'm going to see if I can dust that away. Ugh, I hate when that happens, and I'm never one to do my eyes first. It's so rare if I do that. I just want to put something now on the lower lash line. So I've just got a brush here from Wayne Goss. This is stained, so this is a clean brush. It's just stained, so I do apologize for that, you guys. But it's just like a pencil brush, but it's something a bit more loose. It's not as tightly packed. And I'm really going to mix it up here, you guys. And I'm gonna go in with the shade here, Ghost Town. And I'm going to use that to smudge underneath my eyes. And working majority of the color on the outer part of the eyes, and then just bringing it in from there. I'm just going to intensify that a little bit more. I really am just so shocked at how these mattes are working. Urban Decay, you have absolutely kicked butt with these. So yeah, I have taken that shade all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. I think that just makes this look a little bit more sexy, adding that color on the bottom lower lash line. And I think with this, I am going to add a little bit of a wing. I like to do my wings lately with eyeshadow, like just a bit of like smoky liner. I'm gonna try, I don't know how this will work, but I'm gonna try using the shade Pony. So this shade right here, it's like a matte gray, and I'm gonna see if I can create a bit of a wing with this, and I'm just using a liner brush. This may not be dark enough, but we'll see. Yeah, it just adds that little bit of something. You can see that actually. And I'm gonna take it all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner, but just making sure not to make the wing too thick when we get to that inner corner. It definitely has shown up. I thought it may not be dark enough to go over that that text color, but it definitely has. So I'm just going to do the other eye. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of the shade Lorado, this one here, the very first shade that we went in with. Just going to pick a little bit of that shade up, just on a fluffy blending brush again, and I'm just going to work that just in the crease, just that little bit more, and just to really define that crease and make sure everything's blended seamlessly. I'm going to work it a little bit into the lower lash line as well. I think I want to intensify the lower lash line just that little bit more. I'm going to use this time the shade Whiskey, and that's the shade here. So it's a little bit more of a maroony color than this color here, and I'm going to use an even smaller pencil brush here to get in with that color, just so it really gets very, very close to the lash line. And I'm only going to keep it just on that outer third of the eye, or the outer half of the eye. I'm not going to take that all the way in. Okay, so I am so happy with how the eye look has turned out. I don't think I'm going to go in with any more shades. Actually, the last thing I might do, I'm just going to take another, like a flat packer brush. Just got this one here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of the shade Standoff. So this one here. It may not be light enough, but I just want to try it. I'm just going to put a little bit underneath the brow bone, just to sort of highlight that area. I really am loving that look lately. I think that's probably the only thing this palette's missing. It's like a brow bone highlighter shade. I don't really think it's done anything. The color's just too neutral. It needed to either be more light or like more pinky or more white to really show up. But it's like, it was still nice to try it. I think it'd be a really nice crease color, especially if you've gone a little bit too dark with some shades and you need a color just to tone it down a little bit and just to help blend it out. That would be a really good shade to use. But wow, I am so impressed with this palette. I haven't used all the shades obviously from the palette, but the mattes in here, holy dooly, they are some of the best mattes I think I have ever used. I am so impressed with this palette. The shimmer, like that's the only one that I've tried so far. It did have that little bit of fallout, so yeah, again, just use like a glitter glue or a spray or something just to help really set it down in place and not have any like loose glitter flying everywhere. But man, I am so glad I got my hands on that. So we are nearly done with this look, you guys. The next thing I have to try out is a mascara. So I have a new mascara here from Milk Makeup, and this is the Kush mascara. It says high volume, naturally lit, puff puff brush. Wow, that's an interesting explanation. So it says here 95% saw high volume, 95% saw longer lashes, and 90% saw lifted lashes. So yeah, let's give this a try, you guys. Ooh, okay, the component on this is so unique, you guys. I've never seen anything, I'm holding it the wrong way, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this. It's kind of got little divots in it. It's quite weighted as well. So yeah, that's interesting. This is what the wand looks like. It's not too big, doesn't have too many different like curves or patterns in it. It does look like a very runny formula, and yeah, let's just go straight in with it. I have actually heard good things about this mascara, so I've got high hopes. So I just like to really coat my lashes. It feels like so far the formula's a little bit too dry, but yeah, I'm just really working at the base of my lashes, twisting and then pulling up so I can get all my lashes coated. This wasn't a very cheap mascara either, so I really do hope that this is good. To be honest, like this is how it's looking done and not done. Like just from that first impressions, I'm not blown away. It is lengthening my lashes. I'd probably prefer a little bit more length and curl, but it is definitely lengthening them a little bit. But to be completely honest, like I'm not blown away with this. So this is the only product that I have used so far that I think is not worth the money, you guys, in today's video. Yeah, but it's okay. Like I definitely think there's drugstore mascaras that work better. I'm a little bit disappointed because this was so expensive. I think it was about $38 or $39, and that is just so crazy for a mascara. And I do have a mascara that is my holy grail. I've just brought 2 backups because it is that good, and that is the new mascara from Beauty. Oh my gosh, and you guys, like it's just the best mascara I have ever used. But yeah, so that is with the lashes or like the mascara on. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I am going to try out for you guys. So I do have here, these are the Ardell Professional Magnetic Lashes. So I'm going to give these a go, see the shape of them. They're not a full lash, so they'll look really nice with this eye look. They'll give that real cat eye effect. You guys, I don't think I will be using these. So I thought they came with the magnetic liner. So it says liquid or gel. Apply 2 coats of magnetic gel liner. And it doesn't come with it. So what the heck? That's an epic fail. So I actually can't use these today for you guys. So I'm going to get another pair of lashes and I'll put them on off camera. So I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, you guys, so lashes are on. I used a pair from Chi Chi Cosmetics. This is in the shade in the style Kate. So this is what they look like, you guys. So they're just a really nice wispy flirty lash. Obviously a bit longer on the outer corners, which I think matches this look perfect. And I think these are just a good everyday like it says, natural lash. So one of my favorite pairs. I think they're absolutely beautiful. So the eyes are now complete, so I'm going to zoom you guys back out and then we can do the lips, and then that is a look completed. And you guys, I don't actually have a new lip product for you to try out, so I'm just gonna quickly find something which will tie back nicely with this look. So I'm really feeling a neutral color for this look, so I've picked out 2 products. So a lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Iconic Nude, and then I also have one of the ColourPop's lippy sticks. This is in Cookie 20G1 and it's a matte. So I'm just going to start by lining the lips. I absolutely love this lip liner, you guys. It's like the best, like the most perfect nude. It goes with all your nude, like different shades of nude lipsticks. It's just so good. So then we're going to put on the lipstick or the lippy stick. And I'm just going to pat that out just to diffuse the color a little bit and blend it in with the lip liner. I'm not going to add a gloss on top. I think I really want to keep it in like a matte lip. Okay, and that's it. The lip combo I think works so perfectly with the eyes. Just a really nice nude color, but I think it works so well, especially with the lower under I can't speak, especially with the color we use underneath the lower lash line. But yeah, this is a completed look, you guys. I hope you like it. I'm totally obsessed with how this came out. I am absolutely obsessed with this palette. I think it is so good, you guys. It is definitely worth the money. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for a lot more content to come your way. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.